Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Team Steam. So it looks like I got a bone to pick here with
Oh,
Ronald Cheatham that wants to
well,
take
oh,
away
I thought
my
me.
day off. Did you see? He
What?
wants me to be on full time to give our picks out on Tuesday and be off on Sunday instead. But then I
Oh,
feel like people will want us to, we'll be mad because we're off on Sunday. And we picked Tuesday because a lot of times it's a lighter card. Also, when we get into football season, I'm sure you guys don't want us to be off on Sundays. I don't know how that would go.
don't give it to. Ron just doesn't know. Don't make Ron. Ron's been here plenty of times. He doesn't know we still have the Tuesday picks available. Uh, I think everybody know. I don't want to beat it down now
I'm just
and say it's
razzing
our
him, giving
Tuesday
him the
picks. I mean,
business.
today's Thursday. Hi, Mindy.
Hi. Yeah, we saw
Oh,
Domingo, Herman,
oh,
with
let's
the
just talk about
outing
it.
of the universe. I don't know what you want
Let's
to call
just
it.
talk about it. I mean, why not find something positive to start the show? Well, look, Domingo Herman has been around, right? I mean, and this is always I don't want to say potential now because Domingo's, on the downside of his career, or is he? But look, he has the stuff, he has the fortitude, he has the work quickness to, the clock kind of helps Domingo, and just great. It was wonderful to see, especially since it's been, I don't know, what, 10 or 12 years since we've had a perfect game. It's going to be harder to get perfect games, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, I mean, I'm still behind, like, the offense is still what it's all about now. We saw again, here's a couple of teams running, what was it, 14-0, 10-1. We're all about the offense. But you get a little West Coast mixed in. You get a pitcher like Domingo Herman. I don't know. Everybody's making fun of Domingo Herman yesterday morning, right? On all the
That's
shows.
right. You're giving him the business a little bit there. Yeah.
Right. And look what he goes out and does, and it didn't look like, okay, the defense was, especially by Yankee standards, right? I mean, they're good defensively. They're okay, but really good defense. You always need that. And just great. Domingo Herman, a perfect game. You know, started talking about it around the sixth inning. I thought was when the talk that just kind of showed, I think, how he was performing because, yeah, I mean, I guess that's when you start talking about it. But 18 up, 18 down, and then it really became worth keeping your eye on every moment out there. And I don't know, didn't really seem like they were going to get a hit. Great job. Again, it kind of shows where Oakland is, but uh, Domingo Herman, perfect game. That was great.
It was awesome.
Yeah. That. Hi to Jerry here today. And Sue. We're here for Morning Steam. Welcome to the Morning Steam with the Midwest Premier Sports Handicapper, Mindy Hahn. Rolling 5 winners yesterday and a good day. Talk about it here in just a moment. Thomas Lewis here today. I always feel bad if I'm wearing a non-collared shirt with Thomas. I mean, I should try to dress a little nicer
I'm
sometimes.
not sure if I own any collared shirts at this point in my life.
No, sometimes sometimes I would just wear the shirt I was sleeping in. Sometimes I wear a nice shirt. I don't know. It just depends on my mood, or I don't know. Here's Ash today, and Blake D1 is here. The mayor
Good
is here
morning, Mayor.
today. Bionic Takia here today, and Howard as well. Tyrone Allen is here for a 3-pack, and we made him come early, and then now we're going to go back to late NBA, WNBA.
Right. All three games are kicking off, what, at like 9 p.m. my time?
Well, we
Man, I'm
need
going
it.
to take a nap or something.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, sometimes we make fun of sports. Oh, why don't you play your games here or there? And they don't really know because they're doing it in advance. Do you really worry about the other sports, right? Well, here we don't have any nighttime baseball really, but we have WNBA.
Yeah.
The last baseball game, is a 8:40 Eastern start. There's no West Coast action really on the night slate, but we got three WNBA games at 7. So if you are looking for late night sports out east or out west here, now's your night to play maybe some WNBA. And well, you've been so hot, Mindy. You rolled another couple of premium winners yesterday. You had under in LA, Chicago. Yeah, I think you knew that I was going to play that. The time factor, right, is my play
Right.
yesterday with Chicago. They
I mean,
dominated.
it takes a lot for that body to wake up, especially when those gals from California are playing there.
They did. It looked exactly like you might anticipate. So I know the power ratings, whatever. We're not getting into who had what. Obviously, like I said, you rolled another 2-0 night in the WNBA in your premiums. So just because I had one winner on you there, or no, I guess I had the sides yesterday, and you had the totals technically.
Yeah, perfect, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, her mom. No doubt. I mean, look. Wow, I didn't actually see that. That makes it very, very, and anybody who's followed sports, I mean, there's something to it,
Like Brett
Mindy.
Favre, that's the one that always comes out, right?
I told you I was at that game, right?
Yeah, right. Yes, you did.
That was one of the most, when you see as much sports. I'm not saying me, I'm old, whatever. I'm to all of us, right? Because we're all huge sports fans. So when we see the greatness or something like that, we've all seen something where someone does something off the charts, and it is because you are so focused and inspired. What was the one? Someone had passed, and they didn't tell the player because they didn't want him, and he still went out and performed like incredibly, and then they told him.
Seems like it was in college basketball, right?
Was there something like that just this season? Maybe the
Yeah,
chat
I
room.
think so.
So Ron, I wish Ron would give me some winners in baseball. Just play the dogs. I'm trying to tell myself bet on more dogs, and I'll show you. We'll go over to Tony's picks a little bit. Ben Ruhala is just smashing these underdogs right now. Shout out, Ben's been good to the channel in the past, so I'm not gonna, he's giving out some big time dog winners, man. High voltage here today.
Danger.
Tom Leach, hello, and he talks about all here in the UK, and well, I like to stay up all night watching tennis, and
Mindy is sleeping.
watching matches right now from the United Kingdom. Got Wimbledon qualifying. We also have some other grass court action going on. So
afternoon.
I didn't even look at the the TV because we can always get the game. So hello to Dre. Focused. That's the word. Everyone's had a chance to get focused.
Focus.
Mm-hmm. All right, sports AI here as well. Okay, real quick. Let's go to Tony'sPicks.com. We got 12-game baseball card, 3 in the WNBA, and take a look there. So there's been 4-1 underdog winners yesterday. Big-time underdog winners. The Nationals, the Pirates, the Reds. Ben had them all, and that's
how you
go 4-1 and be up 513 units. Get on these dogs. Why am I chicken? Get on the dogs. Vinny DiMichele, 7-2-1. Hollywood Sam, 6-2. Leaderboard runs deep. Mindy talked about your winners in the WNBA. You also had Twins, Braves under, Brewers, Mets under, Padres, Pirates under. Great job. Nick 7-4. Rafi Riddle's 4-1. Nathan Weatherly, new handicapper on the network, 5-3. Daniel Walaschuk won his only play. Collins Brown and the VIP account. And there's Ben. He's 3 games over 500 for the week. He's up 780 units.
Right.
Just pick an underdog, mix those underdogs in there. Morning Steam Team plus 600 units. Tim Irwin plus 571. Collins Brown up over a nickel. Daniel Walasachuk 67% for the week. Nick also in the plus for the week. And of course, for the month, we're still up there. Mindy plus 1,600 units. Tim Irwin right there as well. Nearly 1,600 units. Vinny DiMichele up over a dime. Sean Dinwiddie almost up a dime. And Ben, 1 game under 500, almost up a dime.
Right.
Those underdogs. Just play these underdogs. All right, let's find some good underdogs. But over at Tony'sPicks.com, use the promo code Tony T at checkout. Save 20% on the premium pick packages. Mindy and I are about to give you a bunch of complimentary winners here, along with you folks in the chat. But our best picks are over at Tony'sPicks.com. Check out our multi-game packs. Tony T's got it up there right now. Cash Mountain Powerhouse
Cash,
Thursday.
Mountains of Cash.
Oh boy, wish I was on Cash Mountain. And Tony's got a 3-pack today. Check it out at Tony'sPicks.com. Okay, let's go back and see if anybody else rolling in. We got
some folks.
70, and really thank you guys. We obviously have Mindy and I. We study the numbers. I mean, that's right. Not only in the sports, but our YouTube. That's what you're supposed to do. So look, we've been doing this. We've been at this, Mindy, almost 10 months on this show. And we can notice a 20% increase in our viewership just in the last couple of weeks. So thank you to everybody for joining us to be first on YouTube live with the live look at the lines. Your first look live is what I like to call it. There are a lot of great overnight programs that are recorded, but we're here live, kind of breaking some news here and there. And we'll start with the Padre. We'll get rolling, but I'll just start with this as the intro. Because I get another chance to whine and groan and moan, and to quote the great Homer Simpson, I've seen teams suck before, but these are the suckiest bunch of sucks that ever sucked. The Padres are going to take on the Pirates to get us rolling today with Musgrove. He gives you a solid effort. I'm okay with Musgrove. Going against Luis Ortiz here. Both these guys have ERAs up in the high 3s. And, my blood is boiling.
I know. I almost feel bad because I feel like I was like pulling you along to take those Padres with me yesterday.
Yeah.
There was, I could tell the reluctancy, but I was trying to urge you on.
Right. I was whining about the price. Why would I play $1.65? I thought they'd win.
I did too, right? So I guess I can't go back on the Padres today.
Oh.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm taking the Pirates. I'll take them on the run line here. They've been competitive at home, right? I mean, that's just kind of the way it seems. Ortiz is looking good. Has given up less than 3 runs in his last 4 starts. I think that's the way to go here today. Taking those feisty Pirates on the run line.
I'd probably do it. What I always say out of spite with this team right now. Look, you got to wonder. I feel bad because Padre correspondent. I said at the beginning of the season, elite managing. The Padres got Bob Melvin. This is the type of guy they need to get it over the top. Now it'd be lucky if he makes it past the All-Star break. Now, that's not to say they don't trust this guy. He's certainly is a high-level manager, whatever. But, if you're not getting the right reaction, then hard to find people to argue, what the Padres' problem is. It's an underachieving offense for all the money in the world. The bullpen, the stats are there. Yeah, they've had some bullpen blow-ups, but the stats would say they're among the best bullpens. maybe the starting pitching is a shakier, but isn't any shakier than was expected. Supposed to have an offense that's supposed to just power you through the season. Okay, enough
My
of
nose is
that.
still giving me fits. I got to blow my nose again.
Okay, well, I'll just sit here and complain. Go through the chat picks. Howard's calling the Bum Drays. Pirates run line for Jeremy. Fernando, what can I do? Every day I do it. Fernando, D1 San Diego first five. Ron's going to take the Padres. And look, here's the problem with taking the Padres. It does seem like the bookmakers aren't necessarily even adjusting, or the players are still playing the Padres. Again, I was maybe first to whine about the price of the game yesterday, hesitant to get. Okay, I'll just take enough wasting time. Let's take the Pirates here on the. We'll take them on the run line. They'll probably win. These are the underdogs we're supposed to take. Maybe I'll just do an emotional hedge and I'll start betting against the Padres all year so that when they don't make the playoffs, I'll at least have some money in my pocket. We'll be doing it, Jeremy. I don't know how we're going to do it. Maybe we'll just be doing big major conferences early in the week. We'll just pick a couple games a day and get close, and then we'll do night games on Saturday. That's how we'll do it. Tony will probably build it up throughout the week as well. I'd like to see it, make sure we get every game covered. Maybe I'll do videos of the smaller conferences.
There you go.
That's what I'll do. What did Tom say here? Minus 200. Anybody betting the Padres, give your head a wobble. Absolutely. All right.
Well, I was watching the Mariners yesterday, right, in that mid-afternoon-ish game.
Yeah.
And they said this was the day that the Mariners won on an 18-1 run, before All-Star break. So, I mean, you always have something to look forward to there with your Padres team.
Yep. Well, look, to be fair, right, as much as, and I'm not saying Padres, because I think, I know, just got to.
Ron, you weren't with us last year for football season? I thought for sure you were. I can't remember when you guys joined up. I know Crush was with us for the whole football season because that's kind of when we started.
I would say, from the very first day, I was on the team. I was on the Padres case. I would say, I expected a slower start. I didn't expect it to continue, certainly, because no one did. So. Shoot,
or you mean come on the show for football?
Oh yeah, I mean, hey, like Tony said, he's looking for capper. Well, I know not everybody wants to cap, and they like to be on shows. I don't know if that's part of the deal here at Tony's Picks. Tony calls. We go with what Tony kind of tells us. That's why we're here. So, all right.
What was your dog's name again? Was it Bailey? Can't remember.
Whose dog is that?
Luis, the Great Pyrenees.
Oh, okay.
What was his name? Her name? His name?
Okay, we'll take the Pirates. We don't have to. I didn't even get to handicap the game. It's okay. I'm on the Pirates.
I mean, I get your handicap. It's anti-Padres. What it is.
Well,
right?
Look, they're a team they're a team on any given day can, go out and win the game, especially a game like this against the Pittsburgh Pirates, but not at $1.85. Should have saw that, should have stopped yesterday, stopped you or whatever. I can't say it like that. You said it. I said it. Look,
they hung in there for most of that.
I'm going to take the Padres sometimes. I'm never going to be one of those guys. I'll never bet on this team ever again this season. Nope. Every day, everyone starts with a 50-50 chance in my book. It's just a matter of what the handicap is and which way the line is moved. All right, here we go.
And here was a 5 spot in the 7th, right? I mean, what can you do?
Oh, joy, Well, again, Bob Melvin, hopefully he, makes it on the plane ride home from the road trip. But what do? You've got all, there's nothing else you can do. You spend a little money on a manager, but if you might have to just find the right, and who would it be at this point? What type of manager could they even get? So issues. All right, Detroit and Texas. Here we go. Olsen coming in here against Bradford. Bradford, they're 0-3 when Bradford started, Mindy, and here you do have another. Actually, though, this line has been dropping quite rapidly. It's actually 165, 9.5 under 20.
Wow, that bad? I like the Rangers here. I like them again on the run line, just as well as I did yesterday. I still think no matter who we got here on the mound, I think this matchup always favors the Rangers and those hitters. Still putting up 6.43 runs of offense while only giving up 4.23. So taking the Rangers here on the run line.
Okay. Rangers on the run line for Mindy. Boy, you'd have to think. The one thing I am going to say, the steam has come rolling in here a little bit just within the last few minutes on the under. Now I'm showing that's why that move 9.5 under 20 was 9.5 over 20, but just a pretty big discount here makes me want to look to see if there's already been lineup information. That Padre game, by the way, it starts in 3 hours.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to get some information here. Boy, I swear Will Vest just came. You talked about Boyd with his elbow injury, and looking, just popping this up on the screen. This has nothing to do with this game, but I didn't know that Will Vest, who actually ended up coming in the game the other day, he's now just hit the IL as well.
Oh, man.
Detroit has just had a brutal time here. Okay, nothing today yet. Looks like on the injury report. I'm not sure. So maybe it's just a big discount because the Rangers have come back to earth a little bit of late. But I think at this price now, you said run line though, huh?
Yeah, I'll take them minus, or they got to win by 2. I'll take them.
Okay. Well, I want to take the Rangers as well. That was one game that we were able to take down yesterday. Yes, with the morning steam picks. So I don't mind coming back with them again. This looks like a great discount. Now you're going to get probably even money or better on the run line. So let me catch up to the chat here. Thanks, you guys. Tom Leach, he's our kind of guy. He specializes in winning.
Right.
Okay, Crush is on Texas. Jeremy's on Texas. Luis ready to come in on the Tigers. I will say that steam is, there's something to the move. I'm trying to figure out if it was personnel related. I guess I'm chalking it up to the fact that the fade train started a little bit on the Rangers, but I don't know. After seeing last night, Mindy, that probably still a considerably better team than Detroit when playing at their best. Yeah, they've given a little bit back here. Tom says team total over. Ron's on the Rangers. It is going to be plenty of Rangers. That's why we can kind of make it a consensus play here. Here's a little bit of under as well. But when you see, what was it, 190? I saw some numbers that were even a little bit higher than that. I don't know how legitimate they were, but yeah, no, I think everyone has Bradford listed, but he's not. It's bullpen game. I would think here for Texas in this one. I think this was going to be a spot for John Gray, if I'm not mistaken. Ron's tossing the hot dog again. Okay. Londo on the under. All right. Dre's on Texas. Yeah, let me see, Howard. Maybe I'm hard to be a YouTube capper. Give out the free. Yeah, but you know what? To me, there's almost a side and total on every game. I mean, it could land, right? Here's one of the things that always someone says, can't get on that game at minus 120. The line's right on. And then later in the day, maybe the regular lineups come out, no personnel change, and it's $1.40. Well, I got to take the dog, don't I? I tell myself that. Okay, I think we got one more Detroit here. Butterscotch and Mayor says Texas. Let's try him again on the run line, Mindy. I'm always the one. Oh, let's take him here. I'm actually quite comfortable with $1.65 as well. I don't know if it'll go down. It couldn't go down much further though, could it? All right. So let's take Texas. We're on 2 run lines here.
Look at us go. Ramon's favorite.
Guardians and Bieber, Royals and Greinke. Bieber here $1.55, 9 under 20.
Yeah, the Royals did not have a good outing there yesterday. I thought that would be the one that they had a pretty good, chance at, Ramon, and just totally put up a big flop there. So for me, though, today on this one, I don't know which Greinke is going to show up here today. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take under the total in this one. I'm hoping he has a decent outing. It's just one of those. He does have the elevated ERA at 5.31, but on his splits at home, he's been pitching well, 3.77. So I'm going to go somewhere here a little bit in the middle, and I'm taking under the total 9. Not expecting, like the 11 runs or so they put up yesterday.
Yeah, because Cleveland can't hit very well. That was just an anomaly. I want to say yesterday to get all those runs. Maybe not to win because, Kansas City was starting Austin Cox. I know you said some good things about him, but, we want, you got to see a little bit more activity, a little more success from a pitcher like that. Bieber is certainly pretty consistent, but still giving away nearly more than a third of a unit per game. He's often a overrated favorite here. So I'm going to, since I don't want to give out any favorites as premiums right now, and I'm scared, I don't know. I've got to like Cleveland in this game. I don't necessarily think it's an overwhelming price for me. I'm not going to be on Greinke here. 9 ERA in his last 4 starts. We know he's better at home. He's got to be, and that's what you're going to see. Right? Well, right. I mean, look, that's what you're going to see. I think that's his talking point, but that's what you're going to see from Hall of Fame pitcher. Let's, you kind of held me the fire a little bit. I was saying, well, Royals Hall of Fame for sure. Maybe I think he's going to make it. I think he'll make it when the time comes. It may not be the, first go round, certainly, and we know that, but great career. And so when you have a great pitcher, at home on his last leg, I know a lot of people talking about where could Greinke go. I'm not sure if there's a spot for Greinke on a postseason team. I think he's here to play out his career in Kansas City. And you never know, a team, especially we don't know the way these games are going along and the way we're seeing more and more of these, put it together bullpen game. And when you get into the, late stage of this season, the way it's starting to evolve, you just need a bunch of pitchers. All right, Guardians for Tom. Oh yeah, no, that was great. You can, say what you want about the great one, but I watched that and I was in total agreement with that. And it's something that you need to execute, and I don't do it. Okay, let's do under 9. Hey, Walk This Way is here. Hey, you can call them the Indians here on this show if as long as there's an interesting documentary coming out about a film producer went actually to talk to tribe people about their feelings about team names regarding Indians. So I want to see, sounded interesting. Cleveland, all right, Cleveland and under, thanks to the chat. That's the way to do it, Solo. You know it. Yeah, sometimes Greinke will do it. I'm going to be on Cleveland today as a favorite. Mindy's on the under. Just want to make sure we get everybody in here. Thank you so much. One day we won't be able to get all the picks in there. Even we'll have so many, or will we? I don't know. Could be just 100 of us from here on out. All right, Tyrone. Look at this. A lot of Cleveland here.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, you guys. Thanks a lot. Okay, don't do that to me right now. Can you hear me, Mindy?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Uh-oh.
Am I the one that you can't hear? You can't hear me?
No, I thought it was me. I can
maybe.
now. I thought my video was cutting out. Sorry, everybody. Just working through this little bit of
The
technical
video might be
glitch here.
cutting out maybe a little bit. I was reading the comments there on my phone. You seem to be okay, I think.
No, I think it's on.
Nathan said he could hear both of us, so. But maybe Ramon is.
No, it feels like it's on my end.
Yeah, I mean, you're a little bit pixelated, but I think you're back. I think you're okay.
Okay. Thanks, you guys. Bear with us just a second. We'll get through a few more. Maybe I'll just kind of use the comments. I think that's both of the. Okay, we're back. We might be back. Okay, a lot of Cleveland in there. Mindy's on the under. I think we can safely move forward here with the next game.
What do we got?
Okay, I'm showing Hogan Harris here possibly as the pitcher today for Oakland. We talked about the big story already with this series. We can celebrate it again, but Oakland is slumping badly. It wasn't necessarily, Domingo Germán, he's on the downside of his career, so he came in through a perfect game on the A's, and the Yankees ended up mashing them yesterday. So you called it yesterday, Mindy. You had the Yankees. I think you said watch for Germán. He could be, dominant.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right every once in a while. I mean, it happens. So yeah, I was looking forward to him, especially after he had such a really bad, horrible outing. I think it's with those veterans a lot of the times that we don't really think that, they're going to continue to be bad. And it's one of those, right? Like say with Cox for the Royals, they have to prove to us that they can be good. It's kind of like with Germán, things like that. You have to prove over and over that you're being bad. That's kind of how I see it. And Clark Schmidt, for me, just hasn't really been all that great here this season. And it's the same thing with Kaprielian. Just hasn't been great here at all. I'm going to go ahead and look to the over total in this one. I mean, you got a 5.21 ERA with Clark. James has a 5.97. I think, again, it could be that the Yankees go ahead and take advantage, but I don't really trust Schmidt here in this spot much. So going to take the over.
All right, Mindy says go over in this one. I'm not disagreeing with you that it could be Kaprielian.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was
That's
well, no, I don't know.
You said that it might be Harris. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I feel like Tony had it. I believe Tony had it as Harris as well, but there definitely was plenty of Kaprielian out there. So I'll end up taking the over here, I think, with you, especially. Look, let me see. I don't know if we can even get a line yet. I mean, that was, I think, more my projection. No, I think we're definitely seeing right now without a starting pitcher announced. So you'd have to take action here, but it's about 180, 8/15, pretty close to what it says right there on the screen. I'll take the over with you in this one with Oakland and the Yankees. Just note that Schmidt has gone under in 7 straight starts, and Kaprielian definitely goes under. I just don't know if he's going to be in there right now.
Right. Yeah,
But
sorry about that. I forgot about Hogan there.
no, no, there's no. I don't think there's any proof to it, Mindy, at this
Okay.
point that Harris is the guy. There's no book is listing a starting pitcher yet. Line services are not either. Maybe the comment. Maybe someone has some opinion on that. Let's go to the chat. Yeah, we're all caught up. I know that whole last game got kind of awkward, but it wasn't anything in our pick there or our two picks. It was kind of about catching up with the video, I think. All right, Luis is on the Yankees. Crush is on the Yankees. Ron says Schmidt gets the win. Top G likes Yankees.
Lives by Yankee Stadium.
Oh, okay. Thomas says Yankees. Maybe the A's can battle back today. Sports AI on the over. I'll take the over with Mindy as well. Despite Yankees going under quite a bit, there's no doubt. But I'm going to be on the over here. Day game today. We don't have any lineup information, but probably see some people sitting out of this one. We know the Yankees. It's just been it's tough to get on any Yankees. Look, they got some runs yesterday, but the offense has been bad without Judge. Everybody knows that. But at 8 runs, I'm going to have to be on the over. They might certainly get to 8 here of these two teams in this one. All right. We're on the over 8 with probably the one we know the least amount of
right.
Complete information. So I guess the way I can put that. All right. Here come the Rays and the Diamondbacks. Kind of mopping up the series here with Littell. It hasn't started yet, but he has experience here in the major leagues, certainly going up against, Brandon Pfaadt's back. Nothing, his ERA is way up there, but he got run support when he was pitching previously. So, anyways, the Rays are a favorite here, I'm sure. Now, about let's call it 115 for the Rays right now. I think they're going to be moving up here. 115, the total is 10. The total's 10 flat.
Yeah, they didn't score many runs yesterday. I was rooting for the over. They got to 5. Only halfway there, but today with Brandon Pfaadt on the mound, he has that 7.9 ERA here at home, 8.37 there overall. Still going to go with the Rays here today, even though we have a little bit of inexperience here at pitcher. Still score 5.13 runs of offense. Also still have the better bullpen. Taking the Rays here today.
All right, Mindy on the Rays in this one. She'll lay it. It's probably $1.15. It might even be a little cheaper at some of the sharper books, certainly here. Let's go into the chat and see what they've got. I don't know. It's tough for me on this. This game's,
a lot of these are tough. These like late pitching announcements.
Yeah, right. There were 4 games today where the information was a little incomplete coming in. Ronnie Chirinos, I would guess, could get some run in this one for the Rays. Arizona's playing pretty hot right now, and winning 13 of their last 20. It's been Tampa Bay. It's certainly fair to say a little bit back down to earth now. No longer the best record. We know the Braves have passed them. The Braves are the favorite now. Come on, who's gonna say that the Braves aren't at least the favorite to win it all at this point? I've got runs in this one. These pitchers, inexperienced, shaky at best. Littell, 6.57 ERA. Pfaadt, you mentioned his numbers as well. I'm going to go over 10 for sure in this one. Mindy's on the Rays. Chat kind of laying low, it feels like, with this game.
Lack of information. Bobby Smith, though, came in with that under 10. Oh, is Bobby new? Bobby, are you new?
Yeah.
How'd you
I,
hear?
I kind of agree with Thomas. I don't know which game the mayor was saying there, that Nerfy. So I'm gonna start right here. Thomas says early games, a lot of runs. There that I today maybe it looks like it, but also don't forget, and I think we talked about yesterday, kind of a day to some players get rest when they're on the getaway games, the day games where the road team is getting out of town. That's why they play day games. Really, everything's the businessman special. No, they play day games so you can get to the next
I get it.
town and get some rest. You guys know that. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding, but I mean, you guys know them. Okay, Ron says Rays here. Crush on the Rays. Good to have Crush back.
Right.
Sports AI says Arizona run line. Miles. Over with me. Diamondbacks for solo. Rays in the money line with an under. Here's Bionic on the Rays. Rays an over for Fernando. Rays for Takia. All right. Thomas on the Arizona run line. D1 Arizona run line. Lots of Arizona run line. And they're the plus 1.5 at only I'll say only minus 160. It looks like the margin's a little thinner here on this game. So all right. Bobby Smith here today. How about that? Under 10. Okay, but a little bit of over here. Doran might be able to get a 9.5 or buy it down. I don't know. Is it going down? Oh, okay. It was a Nerfy and the Yankees. All right. Well, we got to keep it rolling here. Mindy's on Tampa and I'm on the over. Next up, your Angels.
Yep.
Mindy taking on the White Sox here. We had the Angels yesterday. Didn't work out.
Wah, wah.
No. But here they're going to be favored. Down to $1.25 now. 9 over 25.
Yeah, this is one of those that Sandoval just hasn't been good, no matter how you look at it. Tried to be on Sandoval quite a few times, and then Lance Lynn hasn't necessarily been, great out there either. 5.79 ERA on the road. Sandoval 4.37 at home. Lance Lynn, he does put guys on a lot of walks. I kind of expect this one to be a wild one, a high scorer, Ramon. I'm going to go over that total today.
One thing we do know Lance Lynn does is strike him out. Had that big strikeout performance of, 16 Ks.
Yep, he does have 11 Ks per 9, Sandoval, 6 Ks per 9.
No, I still try. It's hard to give Lance Lynn the benefit of the doubt. I mean, he still has an 8.1 ERA in his last 5 starts. He's 0-3 in those games. So it's kind of tough, but man, wow, Mindy. So I'm gonna be on the Angels. I'm pretty sure though at this price. Is it really 125 now? That looks like it's gone down. I don't know if there's we gotta just check. I gotta check this injury list. See if the Angels have already announced anybody who is sitting today. I feel like that move might indicate that there is down to $1.25. I saw an opener as high as $1.60. It does worry you seeing a drop like that because with the Angels, you can immediately jump to the conclusion that one of the big two, if not both of them, are sitting in the game because of a 30-cent move. At this point, I don't have any information that says the big stars are going to sit. I'm going to take the Angels in this one, hopefully, Mindy, that the stars will be in there. I can't pass on $1.25 in this matchup right now. And Mindy, you said over, though?
Yep, I'm taking the over.
Okay.
Sandoval just hasn't been good. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what to think if he can get this win here today or not,
Yeah, and the Angels are just 1-6 in his last 7 starts. So, but I'm looking at the price to be
Sure.
$1.25. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, the old business person special, right, Doubles? That's how they got you to take off of work early, get out to the ball game. It was a different era. All right. Crush says Angels money line. Dre says, oh no, let me get it right here. Oh, here's Scotch with over as a Scotch lock in this one.
Scotch lock. There we go.
Ron has ceased pitching. I feel that Lynn is the pitcher today. Sports AI Chicago on the run line. Thomas likes the oh, there he said it. Yeah. Luis on the Angels. Yep. Okay. Fernando on the over. It was 8 last night. Oh my goodness. I know. I never got a shot at that. Doubles. Luis Robert. Here's White Sox money line for Fernando. First 5 over for CTG. Tyrone. Angels money line. D1. Angels over. Bobby Smith. Under 9. I don't know if we've had Bobby before.
Yeah,
It
I don't
looks like
think
a
so.
new name to me.
Yeah.
Bobby, thank you representing. We're up to 120 today here, Mindy. Thank you, everybody. Man, thank you so much. Let's hope we get winners here. I'm on the Angels. Mindy's on the over. A couple of plays there for you. All right, Mindy, the Marlins. Hey, I had the Marlins. We had the Marlins yesterday. I had the Marlins. We had the Marlins yesterday in this one. I also gave out the total under on my leaderboard video where I talk about everybody who's handicapping great on Tony'sPicks.com. Didn't get to mention myself, but we had the Marlins yesterday. Premium. It's Luzardo Day. This one's a pick. Total 9 over 15.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good matchup, I think. It's one of those, like, historically, I think of a Miami team not scoring so many runs, but they've been just getting it done here. I think slowly moving up that runs per game average here. Red Sox, again, we know they can hit, but their bullpen has kind of been blowing everything up for them here as of late. Been really inconsistent. It's one of those, like, I think I have this bias in my head that I think that this Red Sox team is better than the Marlins, but I don't think that's the case. I'm going with the Marlins here again for another back-to-back victory here versus the Red Sox.
Yeah, well, the only thing that has me in a little bit of trepidation in it is that I've been a big supporter of Bello, and his numbers have been very, very solid, 1.74 of late. But Luzardo certainly is a solid pitcher out there as well, and it just feels like the Marlins in their pursuit of the Atlanta Braves. I mean, that's going to be impossible now, but wild card Marlins are live, as live as anybody with the way they're playing right now. They're just playing great. I would think they're going to capitalize on this momentum. They've won 18 of their last 24 games. Still, Boston's lost 6 of 7 now. So Marlins did a good job yesterday. I'm going to take them again today with Mindy.
All right,
I want to be on the I want to be on the Marlins. Yeah.
consensus play number 4.
It's a lot of Marlins
I
in the
see that.
chat.
They're like blowing up the chat. That's good. I feel a
Yeah.
little bit better about that.
Takia on the Marlins, Sports AI on the Marlins. Fernando's going to be on the Red Sox. Look, this is a pick'em. This is a pick'em. Brett says Luzardo over. CTG says look to the under. I would think so as well.
Same.
There was a little bit of 9.5 out there. I don't think that was going to last because I would think that these pitchers have to be looked at as pretty decent. Here's Crush says he's got a Nerfy in the Nerfy in the game and Marlins money line. Luzardo's allowed a run in the first inning in just 2 of his 16 starts. Bellows allowed a run in the first inning in just 3 of his 12 starts. Miami scored a run in just 14 of 81. That's one of the lowest conversion rates in the league in the first inning. Boston's 22 of 80 scoring in the first inning.
Wow, that's a big number.
Nathan says the fish. Thomas says Miami. Bionic on the Marlins. Tyrone Bell on Miami. Fernando on the under. D1 on the under. Yeah, Marlins are a good, they're amazing, right? The Rays and the Marlins both. Look, I know the Rays, maybe they're slumping a little bit, but just these are maybe, kind of the way we're supposed to be doing things a little bit. Everybody talks about how the high payrolls are losing this year. We know everything's kind of changed ever since. I don't want to say the pandemic is a turning point in society or whatever, but whatever reason, the rules have started to change. This is big picture stuff here. And now, look at the bullpen games. Now you got like 4 or 5 teams a night starting to do this.
Right.
All right. We're on the Marlins.
Let's go, Marlins.
Enough philosophical handicapping. Who am I to say the best way to handicap it? I've got the line here now on this one, Mindy. It was the game between the Giants and the Blue Jays. The Giants had that, as you like to call it, incomplete information. That's what we know for the Blue Jays. The Giants will start. This is going to be, right now I've got it here. All right. For the Giants, it is Keaton Wynn. He'll get the start today. This is his first major league call-up for Keaton Wynn, I believe, right? No, he's been in there. He just hasn't started yet. In fact, he picked up a save. Against the Cardinals in his major league debut, a 4-inning effort back on 2 weeks ago. So he's made 3 appearances. He does run pretty deep. He's pitched 4 innings, 5 innings, and 3 innings, all in relief. And now he gets a start here. So maybe he's an opener, but it sounds like he's averaging 4 innings a game. So it sounds like he might deal a few innings here for the Giants.
All right. Well, I'm going to be back on this Blue Jays team here again today. I
couldn't sell you on Keaton Wynn, huh?
No, not so far. I mean, maybe after tonight, we'll see how it goes. But Bassett's done a good job, right? I mean, giving up only 6 runs in his last 4 innings here. They've won 4 of their last 6 games as well. Bullpen's doing a good job. I'm going to go ahead and go on the Blue Jays.
All right, Mindy. I'm just, getting the line and everything ready here a little bit, so bear with me on this one. Mindy on the Blue Jays going against Wynn. And look, it is listed. I think the books are even starting to list Wynn. But when I see his numbers that he's actually going 4 innings an effort, and we know that a lot of people might have had Walker, the opener, penciled in as the starter, like they were going to go with an opener this game. It wouldn't surprise me if Walker ends up pitching in the opening in the game, and then Wynn, who certainly is showing to be a middle inning kind of stuff, but maybe they're serious about giving him the start. Numbers are good, so. Let me go with the chat here first.
Sure.
So I'm kind of gathering my notes here with Wynn as a starter. Going to have to I did see that pop up within the last since we started the show, but I just wasn't able to kind of address it here on my notes and be ready for Mr. Wynn. Okay,
all right.
Let's take a look here at what the chat has to say in this one. Fernando is on the Giants. Luis is on the Giants. Crush is on the Blue Jays. Solo says the Giants. This one's going back and forth. A little bit of a mixed bag here. Mindy said the Blue Jays. And I'll be on the under. I think I'm going to be on the under here in this one. Giants have gone under in their last 3. They're hot, man. They won 12 of 15. Toronto back at home. They're always tough. That's why Mindy's on them here. Butterscotch says San Francisco plus a 1.5. The mayor of Baltimore is on the Blue Jays. I'll take the under in this one with San Francisco and Toronto tonight. Not feeling, further investigation needed for me, I guess, to call it a premium with you, Mindy. Okay. Now, I knew not much opinion there. Let's take a look at the Brewers and the Mets. Scherzer $1.85, 8.5 under 15.
Yeah, this is another toughie here today for me because I don't really know what Hauser's gonna do here. He hasn't really been starting much. Was beat up pretty bad versus the A's the last time he threw. Scherzer has won his last 2 starts, I believe, at this point. I just think the Mets probably have a little bit better bats here, so I'm going to take the Mets. I'll take them on the run line here today in this one.
Right, Mindy says take the Mets and lay a 1.5 with Max. Probably at even money or better. Probably can get a little plus money on that right now. Max is 5-0 in his last 8 starts with a 3.56 ERA. The Mets, though, have lost 17 of their last 23 ball games. Brewers are 8-4 in their last 12. We've made fun of their bats a little bit, Mindy. But
well, that's going to be the thing, right? Can the Mets win by 2? That's the toughie. I kind of go back and forth. I think the Mets get it, but I don't know if the Mets win by 2. But I think more than not, they'll get it over the Brewers, just because I think the Mets lineup has a lot more ability to light the scoreboard up.
The Mets have only gone over in 3 of their last 15 at home. This is going to be it. I like this premium. I'm not sure I can support the run line with Max at this time. Brewers starting to play a little better. Mets aren't giving enough consistency with that offense. That's what worries me. I'm going to go with the under here in this one with Hauser. Yeah, Hauser's had a little bit of difficulty for sure. Still has just a 4 ERA this year, but 7.63 in his last 3 starts. But I will note he's gone over in just one of his last 7 games. So at 8.5. I'll take the under. I was going to use it as a premium. I'm not sure I can just back the Mets here on the run line. I'm going to use this up right here. I feel real strongly about the under. And Mindy's on the Mets on the run line. See what
Perky Sanderson's here, though. Ramon? Perky Sanderson III.
Hey.
Oh, nice. I like new folks to join us. Glad you guys could get in the chat.
Let me see. Oops, sorry about that. Wrong game here. Here's Solo leading us off here with the Brewers. Okay, great. Glad to have you, Perky. Leroy Mets first half. Bionic is going to be on the Brewers on the run line. And Thomas didn't like the side. He'll go over. I'm going under, Thomas. Nathan says lean Mets first 5 money line. Perky's on the Brew Crew. D1 says first 5 Mets. Butterscotch on the under. Darren on the under. Fernando, what is he saying about this one? Brew Crew. Yeah, too big a price maybe here. And Takia's on the under. D1's on the under. Bobby Smith today says Brewers money line. Luis on the under. All right, Mindy's on the Mets on the run line. I'm on the under. The Astros and the Cards. JP France on the road here, $1.15. 9.5 over 15 going up against Wainwright.
Oh, Wainwright again, huh? Last time I watched him was what? When he was in London. Didn't have the best outing there. So that kind of worries me with my pick a little bit because I know he has that elevated ERA at home, right? 7.03. But again, I kind of feel like he's one that can do much better than this, 7 ERA. I have this game coming in right at 9. My play is going to go ahead and be on the under. As long as it's staying at 9.5 there. It's again a little bit of a lean for me guys out there. But that's going to be my play is going to be to the under here in this one.
No, let's go ahead. Look, we need 2 to make it official, and you're not overly confident with it. But I think at 9.5, I feel pretty comfortable with. I want to go under in this one. After I don't know. Look, last night it did go over. I gave out an over on my sponsor video here on the Tony'sPicks.com in that one. So I feel I got a handle on the total with these 2. Wainwright, he's been certainly, bad numbers, no doubt about it, but do have some issues with the Astros right now, the consistency in the offense. The Cardinals have won 6 of their last 9. Wainwright under in 5 straight starts, despite some poor numbers. So I want to go under with you in this one at 9.5. That's what
catches.
Right,
cool.
I think that's
how it works. Then it makes me feel better about my pick. See, I like it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what catches my eye on that one is the 9.5 because, well, quite frankly, look, it's 9.5 juice to the over. When's the last time you saw? I mean, I know we're dealing in a new era. I've been leading the charge of the new era, talking about the runs, but I don't know if there's ever been like a 10 in a Cardinal home game ever. So we're going to get there, I imagine, here very shortly. So let's see here. I think AI's on this game. Navkaran Sandhu, welcome. Nice to have you here. Okay, here comes some picks. Zordon says, take the Astros. Wainwright's pretty bad. He's pretty bad everywhere at this point. JP France.
Pretty bad at home.
JP France, a 5.5 ERA. He does cost you 0.4 of a unit every start right now, but he hasn't been terrible. It doesn't get a lot of run support, quite frankly. Astros money line. Okay, a little bit more here. Darren says he's seen the 10 out there. Wow. Fernando, Astros. Thomas, Astros. Here's Bionic on the Astros. D1 says under. Fernando's on the under. And all right. Butterscotch says Houston money line. And we'll take the under here. Let's team up.
All right. And maybe we could get it at 10.
Let me take
nah, not really.
Well, I'll take a peek at it. I mean, no. I have not seen the look, I saw there was a 10 opener out there. DraftKings, I see what you guys are talking about. Maybe it was. DraftKings may have opened at 10 under 15. Wow. Takia on the under, Tyrone Bell, Astros, Mayor of Baltimore on the Astros. Yeah, we'll see. And we'll take the under in this one. All right. Phillies and the Cubs, Taiwan Walker on the road, a favorite here. Call it $1.15 now. This total, that's just wrong. But let me see if it's a move or did I just type it in wrong? Because I'm showing the total is 10 right now. No, there was an opener of 9. There were plenty of 9 openers. Wind must be blowing out. We'll get the Scotch update, but I'm showing I'm showing mostly 10 unders right now in the Phillies and Cubs.
All right. Well, what do we got here today, Ramon? So, what do we have the line
Sounds
at?
like some wind.
Oh, let's go ahead here. This one's a little bit tough for me, but I'm going to take the Cubs here, and I'll take them on the run line. I think they're sitting at about minus 160. I know Walker's been pretty good. I know that. I kind of feel like maybe the bats are heating up for Philly a little bit, but I kind of feel like Hendricks has been really, really solid. I was wrong on him last time. This time I think is his day to get this done. He has that 3.77 ERA here at home. No home runs yet this season, so that's a good thing here too. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Cubs here today. Again, everything's really, really closely rated here for me on this one.
Yeah, well, it's just business as usual for Kyle Hendricks, working that ERA down to 2.6. He's only had 6 starts now, but this is this is the Kyle Hendricks that we get when he's, performing well. You might want to cast him aside and think that his career is on the downside, but he just comes out with these are solid numbers, if you project him over a whole season, but he's a little bit behind the curve as far as the number of innings at this point compared to. So you need a bigger sample size to see if he can keep it up. So Phillies obviously playing very, very strong as well of late, no doubt about it. And let's see, yesterday you gave out the Phils, I gave out the over. Is that right? Not bad. Okay. Let me get with the chat here on this one. I want to see what they have.
One of these, like I always look at sometimes you have the Cubs here that are, they're the home team, right? And again, sometimes I think it's hard for them. I mean, like again, I sometimes feel like you just kind of get enough at the end of the game for this Cubs team to kind of pull something out. That's kind of where I'm going. Why I think they can go ahead and take the Phillies here in those later innings.
Yeah, and trying to catch up on the weather here. Maybe I want to see how, like I said, it's obviously blowing out. One Scotch here. Am I going to get to that comment? Here's Fernando on the under. Oh, here comes doubles. Possible storms today. He says Tyrone's on the Phillies. I want to say, not hello. I mean, we know who's been, but I obviously have been pronouncing Politican's name wrong. I don't know what that. I'll see what that is, what that means, and I apologize to Politican. Politican for the people. I just looked at it and I felt like, man, politician for the people. Why wouldn't it be that? Trans.
Yeah, I guess it's missing an I there at the end, huh?
Yeah,
For it to be
so Politican. I don't know what that if there's a meaning to that, but I've been saying it wrong the whole time. So I do want to apologize actually for that because Politican has been such a great contributor so far. Thomas is on Philadelphia. I actually I never go back and watch our show too many times, Mindy. Not too obsessed with our show, but I was watching it one time, and I noticed it on. I never had noticed it going through, even though Politican has meant, probably commented on a dozen or more shows. So here comes the Bionic on the Phillies, doubles right there. Scotch says, "Take the Cubs." You're getting it right from our, pardon me, from our Cubs correspondent. Okay, Fernando says, as a dog here, yeah, they are the dog in this game. Miles says, take the Cubs. Phillies for Randy Hoover. Bobby Smith gives you an exact score line. Because we're still not, okay. Politician. It's got to be, if it's not Politican, it's got to be Politicin.
Right. It still says one who's actively involved or skilled in politics, especially one who holds office. Here, poll to and I don't know.
Okay, so it is a variant of being a politician.
Politican, yes. I think so.
Politican for Politican.
I think it's a
Politican.
politican. Politican.
All right.
Gosh.
Okay, yeah, we don't need to be, we're trying to do a sports show and I'm all worried about this. But hey, that's
I know, but we want to get it right.
Oh, yeah, no, we do. These guys are so important to us. All right. 5, Nathan says 5-4 either way. My weather is not loading. That's why I'm stalling, Minnie. I'm sorry. All right. I guess I gotta pull the trigger in this one, and I'll take. Oh, I want. Okay, here we go. Miles has it. The wind is only 6 miles an hour. 6 miles an hour, and that's it. And we're looking at a 10. Hendricks knows how to negotiate the wind in Wrigley. Certainly. I'll take the. I'm going under. I'm going under 10. Maybe it's blowing out. Maybe the weather report's delayed. I'm not going to not trust Miles, but I'll just take the under. I don't know why my weather's not loading. Let's go with the Dodgers and the Rockies. We don't need any weather there. We just need thin air. Pardon me, I think I'm over this bug a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm still all stuffy. I gotta blow my nose every couple minutes.
No problem. I feel better than yesterday.
I blame Double's air quality.
Yeah, nothing got canceled, obviously. Okay, right. Here's the Dodgers. They're going to be a $2 favorite with Emmett Sheehan here, who, we've seen him out there a couple of times so far with mixed results. Good ERA, but he's a Dodger, so probably going to be a great pitcher one day, I'm sure. Chase Anderson has bad numbers, but here you're still the Dodgers. They're not making anybody shake in their boots. We saw what happened yesterday. The Rockies in a wild one. Yeah, the Rockies in a wild one, kind of similar to this, right? I mean, young pitcher, we don't know what you're going to get, a little bit unexpected against one of Colorado's veterans. Everyone says, Freeland, he's okay, but he's, Rockies were the team that got it done yesterday.
Yeah, they did, right? I mean, it's one of those with Emmett Sheehan. All I really have is a 1.5 ERA. Can't be bad. Plays for the Dodgers. He's not Mr. Grove. I know Anderson's been roughed up the last time, right, versus the Angels, but before that, he's been pretty good. I'm going to go under the total here in this one here today, Ramon.
Yeah, look, I mean, is that? Yeah, I'll give you 12.5. It's definitely 12. It's even juiced to the under. Apologize there, folks, and the Mindy, but still a Colorado game. You're probably going to have to. Boy, that's kind of the direction that I lean as well here in this one. Colorado's gone under in 7 of their last 10 at home. Anderson's gone over in his last 3 starts. Dodgers have gone over in just 2 of their last 8 on the road. I'm gonna take the Rockies. I'm gonna take the Rockies plus a 1.5. I don't like the Dodgers in this situation. Mindy.
Tough to take Dodgers on run line. I don't know.
Mindy on the under. I'll take the Rockies on the run line plus $1.05, $1.10 or so.
Yeah, I had plus 111 on my sheet. 111.
Darren's got the Dodgers to cover in this one. Double says Hendricks giving up the long ball. Watch out. There was that Over. Let's see who had it. Sports AI says over. Darren says take the Dodgers to cover the run line here, maybe. Well, Dre says Dodgers run line. Yeah, we got a virus, Miles. Tyrone's on the Dodgers. Butterscotch says lay the Dodgers on the run line. Dodgers money line for D1. Takia says go under. Politican. Just got to go with that at this point until I get convinced what team total over possibly. Thomas on the Dodgers. Fernando first 5. And money line Bionic Dodgers. Reginald Luker's here today, and he says, take the Rockies on the money line. Luis on the Rockies. I'll take the Rockies. Mindy's on the under. All right, and that's Major League Baseball. We made it through, right? Oh, no, yeah.
Well, that's it. I don't think we can find any more. 12 games today.
Okay, great.
5 premium selections.
It's a lot of day games. Remember, a lot of West Coast day games. So we'll get right into the WNBA right now with our 3-game card and get this show going. All right, Mindy. You're hot in the W still. Let's see what you got for us with the Lynx taking on the Storm. The Storm are favored in this one by 1.5. The total has dropped here a point to 163.
Yeah, I got all of these modeled today. All of these games are pretty closely rated. I mean, it looks like either Vegas is right on with me or I'm right on with Vegas here today. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try the Storm. That's how I'm going to go. I'm going to go Storm. I think it's kind of an anomaly here with the Lynx. What did they put up? Like 104 last time or something. It's just one of those, like, I just don't see them putting out that type of production, especially when they only average about, 79 points a game here. So I am going to go ahead and take the Storm at home. I think they're going to bounce back here again today. So Storm 6-2 in their last 8 home games.
Wow.
ATS, that is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to say, Storm, obviously, look, we know they're in a bit of a predicament right now, getting everything back together, but all of a sudden, find them favored in this game against the Lynx. Give them a little bit of credit here, I think that says to me. So I think I want to get on this with you here, Mindy, with the Storm. See what the chat has to say in this one. With Alan's here. Oh, we got Alan. All right. We got Alan to help us. Yeah.
Alan and Nathan.
All right, Mindy. Mindy gave out a pick on Twitter in the WNBA. Okay.
I gave out a first half.
Okay, I better make sure I'm paying attention. I better. All right, here comes Nathan says he may go with Minnesota. Okay, here's Alan's analysis here, leaning towards the Storm. Nafisa had 33 last game. They only won by 9. Nathan's on the Storm. D1 on the Storm. CTG on the Storm.
Good. There's more Storms than I thought. Like I feel like it was a toughie. Cool.
To this house we're born, to this world was wrong. Okay.
I know it.
Fernando on the under. Leroy says Storm. Here's Bobby going over. A little bit of conflict here. Miles says, watch out. Minnesota put up 100.
Oh, no. Have they ever scored 104 other than that? I feel like I just need to look it up at this point.
Okay,
how did you guys put up 104?
Take Seattle on this one.
Sats. Where are you at?
Here's the Fever on the road against the Mercury. The Fever is down to a 3-point road favorite right now. I guess the money's coming in on the Mercury. I don't know who is playing the Mercury. Who would have the guts to play the Mercury at this point, Mindy? This is a sick franchise. What I don't know how else to call it. Maybe tonight's their night. I mean, everyone's going to win games here or there. You got to pick a spot. The Fever, look, you got the best. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I mean, you probably have it there. I think probably have the best spread team against the worst spread team.
Yeah, that's probably pretty close to that, right? Yeah, I mean, yes, I like the Fever, but my play is going to go ahead and be the over 161 and a half here. I mean, if you take a look at the Fever, what they've been doing from three, been outstanding. What they've been doing from two, it's been outstanding, right? So yeah, I mean, these teams here should be able to put up enough points. Maybe I worry a little bit about about Phoenix here in this one. But yeah, man, I just think it's going to get over the total here. I think the Fever has a big night.
Yeah, the only worry is can
Mercury
Phoenix
still average like 75,
I
70
know, but they still throw in those 65,
bunkers.
it feels like. I mean, look, at least Tarasi, I don't want to say that she is over the hill or she's costing. Her production is okay. At least she's got a good matchup tonight. Jefferson does. Look. I think Griner. Look, Aaliyah Boston's been great, but if you're going to put her on Griner is going to have a big night. I'm sure.
Well, they
Uh,
also usually get fouled more, because of that.
I'm going to
Phoenix usually
trust.
shoot.
Yeah, I'm going to trust Red Hot Mindy Hahn. I'm sure Smith will have a big game. I'm sure Mitchell will have a big game for Indiana, and I think Griner will have a big game. Mercury aren't showing the ability to beat anybody at this point or come close to anybody. I'll take the over with you. I'm going to trust that you're right on. I'm not saying it like that, putting all the pressure on you. I mean, I feel like it's going to go over as well. I think Phoenix against very, very strong teams are going to have a little bit more scoring trouble than maybe they will against an Indiana team that's doing pretty well, but they're still 5-9.
Right. Well, here's if we go back to that last game here real quick, right? So the Lynx put up 104. Other than that, they were at 68, 67, 62, 77, 69. So yeah, they don't score 104 often.
Are the Mercury tanking for
Is
Clark?
Caitlin Clark gonna go, or is she gonna stay? What's she gonna do?
Miles
Making all that NIL money.
Yeah, it feels like so. Don't just ignore what Mindy said about the in Indiana. Get her premium picks. A lot of Fever support in this one, but I'll go the over because we like sides and totals, and I feel like it's an over. You do have a couple, grind. No one's going to be able. Maybe Aaliyah Boston will have a regular game, and she needs to if we're going to get the over. But man, the Mercury feel bad. I don't know if I feel bad for them. Okay, let's just take the over. And one more in the W tonight. It's a good one. All these games are played at the same time. Like I said, tough.
But at least I can watch them on different, channels.
There's no right. The baseball will be just wrapping up. There'll be only really one or two games really even at the tail end.
But it doesn't make any sense to me.
Tonight's all about the WNBA. What do you mean, Mindy? Here we go with the Aces. 7.5. They're down to 6.5. Look, the Liberty. This is a potential finals preview.
Right. I mean, the Sun's the only one that's got the Aces here this season, and it looks like some of that money's going in on the Liberty. Right? Was at 7.5. I don't think the Liberty's ever been, this much of an underdog. That's for sure. But geez, I think this one's going to be pretty closely rated. Might even be an overtime game. I don't know. I'm going to go over the total. I think it's going to be a shootout. Can't wait. It's going to be so fun. And also, like, I think the Aces, they had 12 turnovers or so last game. Not going to happen tonight. A lot more scoring.
Okay, I'm sure it'll be a high scoring game. I don't know if it's a little bit too high for me to want to, stay too involved because all of a sudden, you do need both, going to need what, 87?
It has to pretty much both be in the 90s, right? Yeah.
Oh God, that's too scary. They probably will. The Aces. I'm going to take the Aces. I think I'm using my premium here because I can't go over. I'm scared at 174 and a half, especially, and no doubt this line has gone up a couple of points on the total from the overnight line of about a 172. Want to say, let me take a look here and see what the lowest openers were. 172 at DraftKings, 172. Yeah.
Ramon's not being the steam chaser today.
No, but I will tell you this right now: Seattle's on the move. Seattle's up to 2.5. We're at Bet Online at the South Point right now. So maybe when we released it, because the timing is right, but there's no doubt we've missed our window, Mindy, a little bit. Seattle's up to 2.5 in that game
against. Take him on the money line, Ramon.
The Lynx. Okay, that's fine. But I just want to let everybody know that if they were going to tail us or if they like Seattle, go get 2. Maybe you can get 2 right now before it goes up to 2.5, or take them on the money line safe tonight with 2 bad teams in that game. But this is the game of the night. This is the game of the season so far. Mindy, I'll take the Aces as I think it was going to be a premium for me, especially the dip down to 6.5. But since I can't do the over, I'm scared. There's too many good defenders on the court. They think the Aces have the best defending guards, in my opinion, in the league. And I think with the Liberty, I think Jones and Laney, 2 of the best front court defenders in the league. So I know there's great scorers of these teams. I mean, Stewart, I would imagine, can go off in this game. Stewart and Asia Wilson probably have big games here. Also want to say
think that last one is going to kind of go to blows there with Vegas. They've been a feisty team this year too. So, it's going to be a drag out fight, I think, like you said. So we'll see how the ball bounces.
Yeah, and it's not talked about a lot, but I mean, I think there is a little bit of disdain for the Aces. Proven to have bent the rules. They did win the championship last year. Not correlating that helped them. It obviously could have and probably did benefit them. They paid a price for that, certainly. So I think there's some disdain within the league about how they accomplished it. Well, I'll tell you this before we get done with our WNBA segment, and we talked about the game with the Fever and the Mercury. The move is on the Mercury big time right now. I'm showing Bet Online is down to 2 minus 115 for Indiana. The money is just pouring in on the Mercury. I guess these sharps must love the Mercury today because for whatever reason, the money's coming in right now. More money coming in on or maybe there's an injury. I didn't see anything necessarily with Indiana. Did anybody have anything with Indiana? I know they have a clean injury report. Must be the sharps. Must be loving the Mercury. So if you do like the Fever, just hold on a little bit. Let the sharps put all their max bets in here at these lower limits right now and pound this line down because I'm showing it 2.5 mostly at everywhere. Let's see. Well, I didn't even go to the comments here on this last game. But, okay. D1 says take the Liberty first half and Ace says, whew, that's some handicapping. New York with the points. And every time the Aces, they've, I want to say like some of their, the games that they've been failing to cover of late have been their big spread games where the other team has kind of come back. Yes, we've talked about the 30-point wins, but they've also been favored. And we've also seen it, right, where they've kind of opened 19, 18, 17. It's gone down, and then that other team is sneaking in there with that backdoor cover. So Leroy likes the points with the over. Miles says both teams will get to the 90s. Well, then this should be a highly entertaining game that everyone can enjoy tonight, without much sports going on. So enjoy it. Miles says aces. Here's an under. Okay, a few other comments on some of those other games. Hello to Mike Allison here today. Yeah, the line did. The WNBA lines, if you're into it, you can be watching the screen right now. There's a little bit of action all over the place. Yeah, we're just missing it, Mindy. But yeah, there's totals are kind of total movement in that Lynx game a little bit. Every game is having some movement right now. But Wood off the air and make the adjustments. By the way, I did have one golfer as my key golfer in the Discord this week. Always like to come in with a little long shot. Tom Hoagie this week is my play. He's about 80-1. So I'm hoping to make another run up into the top with Hoagie this week. Right now, the tournament's underway. Rocket Mortgage Classic. More than probably half the golfers have gone off, but you get live betting in that if you're interested. In my play this week, we were able to squeeze out a little bit of profit last week when my 150-1 shot got up there, and I was able to sprinkle around a little bit. All right, great job, great show. Thanks to everybody. 120 felt like was the number of live viewers. So happy with you guys. Thank you. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all of our premium pick packages. Mindy and I are going to get rolling right here. We got to get these picks up with our day games today. But just make sure you head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Click on the All Cappers tab. There you can find the handicapper of your choice, including a couple of new handicappers on the network. Welcome to those guys. And of course, Mindy and I with our picks as well. Check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, Mindy, great job. Great show. Thanks to everyone in the chat, man. Really cooking it up with the picks today. So, Miles, we'll have that. I'm ready. I'm ready to make a pick in that USFL championship game, but I'm going to have to save it. So, hey, Fernando, he's got soccer action for us today. All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. We'll catch you tomorrow with more Morning Steam. For Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.